Got a problem? Got a need? Is your mind in confusion? Got something to fix? Looking for a solution?
Go then get up and go Technobusters.
Gotta find what we need. Gotta go investigate it. Think it out. Go design. Get ready to create it.
Go then get up and go Technobusters.
Check it in. Check it over. Try it out. Go to test. If the problem is solved, this solution is best.
Go then get up and go Technobusters.
Yeah, what's up, my people? Yep, it's another one. Well, another what? Well, it is another episode of Technobusters. That's right. Now I'm Techno One and we'll be holding the fort in the studio while the other Technobusters are on the ground keeping things in order. Now today we'll be looking at how a simple elastic band can be used in different ways to have fun. You want to know what I'm talking about? Well, check this out. Yes, sir, technology does rock. If you didn't know it, well, now you do. Now, what on the street is all about systems and controls. With me in studio today, I have two more new guests from Propelling Primary School. So, guys, please say what's up to the Texas chilling at home.
Hi, my name is Damon.
Hi, my name is Renee.
Yep, now before you guys join us, I asked Damon and Renee to go through the hundreds of letters that you guys keep sending us. And they happened to pick the one that they felt is close to the hearts. And it goes a little something like this. Hi, Technobusters. My name is Umpo and I also go to Propelling Primary. I visited the toy store the other day and I was playing with some remote control cars. I just had an idea that the kids at the orphanage would love something like that, but they are very expensive. So I just wish that if maybe we could buy them something like that. Now can the Technobusters afford to buy them these cars?
So what's the fuss?
Well, yep, the problem right here is that we can't afford to buy each and every kid at the orphanage a toy like that. Paul saw an opportunity to make the kids laugh and give them something that they like. I mean, you know what? I think that is absolutely a great idea, but it is just not going to work. Well, unless if we make them.
No ways. We can't make cars that move on batteries.
Who said anything about batteries?
Well, how can they just move by themselves?
You know what? That's the million-dollar question right there. So you guys, you know what? You're gonna have to design and make your own self-propelled cars.
Cool.
So you guys better put on your thinking caps and come up with some funky designs for your cars. Now, while you guys do that, let's cross over to the streets and see what our Technobuster came up with.
Hi guys, do you know what self-propelled means? Well, it's when something can move forward by itself. So guys, tell me, what are your favorite toy cars?
I like 4x4s because I like going on camping trips, and 4x4s have a lot of space to put your things, and also they can go off-road on camping trips, which is quite cool.
I like go-karts because they can go off-road and on-road, and that's cool.
I like big cars like bulldozers and trucks and diggers because it's really fun to play with them.
Tell me, do you know how to make your own self-propelled cars?
Well, I'm sure if someone gave me the instructions, I'd be able to follow them correctly.
Do you know what to use to propel your own car?
Well, you could use batteries. You could use springs too.
Well, I'm sure you could use elastics and a stick. Maybe the elastic wrapped around the stick and stuck onto the car, and then it could maybe self-propel itself.
Well, that's some good ideas. These guys know a lot more about how to move something. Wow, check out this really cool car. I'm at this amazing shop that sells propelled toy designs, and we're gonna find out some more on what makes these model cars move.
This is Mark, and he's an expert in model car designs, and he'll be helping us with our investigation today. Hello, Mark.
How are you?
Fine, yourself?
Good, thank you.
Tell us, what are the important elements in making a model car?
You need wheels, a mechanism to run it on, either using from 4 to 8 wheels or whatever, an axle to drive the wheels on, and then of course a chassis, and then which is the bottom part to join the whole body together, and then of course the body, the cover of the car.
What are the different ways that we can make our cars move?
First you need some sort of element to propel the car, either using a rubber power, like an elastic band, or you can have like an electric motor, either connected through a battery operator or solar system. from the sun, or then you can go to the petrol cars, which of course then goes quicker. So all the elements is ratio toward, or you can do self-propelled, like if you're making like a go-kart, where it's human body propels it.
What's the important thing about the design that will make the car move faster?
The body plays an important role of the aerodynamics of the car, especially if you're going for speed and everything else. You want to make the body as light as possible, but at the same time very streamlined. Where if you take a bus, which is very flat, there's a lot of air pressure pushing against it, so it'll be a little bit slower.
If we use springs and rubber bands, what's important to make the car move better?
If you're using springs or elastic bands, what's important thing to consider is your weight of your chassis and your wheels, of course. You can use balsa wood, which is a light wood, or you can use cardboard box, relatively quite a thickish box. You don't want to make it too thin because the wheels will be flimsy and it won't work. And then of course the dowel stick, and then your chassis at the same time. You can either use a very light material, which very good is like a shoebox or an old cardboard box. You cut it to your shape, and then you join the whole thing, and then when you join the wheels to the chassis, you make it as run freely as possible, so there's less friction from the wheel to the axle, so it can run. When you put an elastic band on it or a spring, for example, it'll go a lot further, so there's less friction on the materials using.
Thank you very much, Mark. Guys, we're on the right track with those designs. Back to you, Techno.
Okay then, so now we're gonna check out what the guys in the workshop have been up with. So we decided to pick a really cool and easy to make design that Damon here came up with. Now the really cool thing about this design is it is really simple to make, because all you need for the chassis is a shoebox lid or a fruit tray, and you'll be on your way to propelling your car.
Let's not fake it. Let's make it.
Okay, so you're probably wondering how all this self-propelling stuff is gonna work, right? Well, it is quite simple. Elastic is the key. So what we're gonna do right now is use the stored energy of a simple elastic band, and that is gonna make the car go. The key here is energy. This is the ability to do work. Now, Muscle Mike here may not be doing anything yet, but he is about to lift that weight, so he has the energy. Now, let's get going on making our cars. So what you're gonna need is the following: a stiff fruit box or something similar, a strong partition that will be fastened so that it does not pull out, 2 wooden dowel rods as axles, a strong spool as the drive mechanism, 4 tiny hooks, large strong elastic band, and wheels and spacers. First, assemble your chassis with a strong partition fastened about 1/3 of the distance from the front. Make 4 holes, 2 opposite each other in the front and the same at the back. Remember, the holes on the right must be the same distance apart as the holes in the left, or else the vehicle will not run straight. Put the front axle through the front holes, and remember that they are free turning axles, so your wheels will be firmly attached to the axles with a spacer. Place the small hook in the center of the partition facing the back, 2 hooks opposite each other between the partition and where the back axle will be, and the last one in the center of the side of the spool. The back axle will be as described and will have a spool threaded on it. Link up the elastic band onto all 4 hooks. Turn the wheel so that the elastic is wound around the spool. As the elastic unwinds, it pulls the spool, and therefore the wheels turn faster and faster. Remember that the wheels and the spool must be firmly joined to the axles. Now think carefully about how you design your wheels. For instance, they will need to have some elastic bands or something similar to act like the tread of a tire to give the wheels a better grip when accelerating. For the wooden spool, you can use a cotton thread spool or something similar. You might have to adapt the hole of your spool to fit the diameter of your dowel. Well, there's another way that we can make our cars. Instead of storing the energy in an elastic band, we can use a spring to propel our cars. So let's see how. The difference is that the wheels at the back would be very high, and the wheels at the front would be standard size. We will fasten our spring to the center of the back. The other end of the spring should be tied around the axle and fixed with a blob of glue. As the spring unwinds, the wheels turn and drive the vehicle forward. Yep, so there we have our self-propelled cars. So while our Texans are busy checking out their cars, let's see what our Technobuster and the kids are up to.
To find out if it's great, we must all evaluate. After some work and effort, the guys finally came up with some pretty cool cars. Fancy seeing one of those on the road today. I think there's a future for engineers amongst us here.
My car's special because it's built for speed and it's got 2 small wheels at the front and 2 fat wheels at the back.
My car isn't really built for speed, but it has tough, strong wheels which will never get punctured.
My car is small and fast and it also has a roof.
My car's special because it's got a very big body and very strong wheels.
Okay, my people, so we've reached that part of the show where we have to love you and leave you. But at least we leave you on a good note. You know what? I just can't wait to see the kids at the orphanage lighten up when they get the new toys. I mean, we've definitely got some great cars. So for myself, the workshop, and the rest of the Techno Busters, until next time, bye!